Tonight as the sun sets, I am the predator.
I'm the predator.
I'm the predator.
Look at that thing.
I'm the predator.
I'm the predator.
Nothing ever made me feel like a part of the environment, like a true predator, until now.
I am the predator.
Well, we're out here today. It's just rained like, I don't know, it's been raining for a month. Tennessee turkey season's been tough. But I do have an awesome show this week for all of you. It is opening day here in Tennessee. I take Jamie out that morning. It's a little rough. We have some birds right off the bat. And then you gotta wait till the very end to see what happens. But good Lord blesses me and I get a bird down. So check out this week's show and I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, I'm sitting in the docks line and I got looks like three strutters. Yeah, three strutters in the field. Two down at the end, one on the point where I was thinking about setting up. Got a bunch of hens out there, so it's good. Just trying to scout these birds out for Jamie, and this bird that just flew out, he had a bunch of hens with him, and stay tuned, it's going to be a good day tomorrow.
It was good. Morning, we heard a bunch. We got set up. It was foggy and the moon was really full last night. It was bright and it was breaking daylight, but we got in and got set up and there were birds gobbling across the field, and we set our decoy up and they came out to the field probably 30 minutes after we got set up, and it was 2 toms, and they came out at a higher point, so we were kind of down at the lower bottom of the field, but I figured they could probably see our decoy, not 100% sure, but didn't really like it. They were strutting and gobbling, and it was 2 of them, and I thought for sure it was going to be like every other morning when they just come running into our decoy, but not today. They just walked to the edge of the field and went in a corner opposite of us instead of coming in front of us, what they've usually done. So can't have it picture perfect every opening day, I don't guess, because we have the majority of the time. So
One time we had to hunt till 2 in the afternoon, remember?
yeah,
That was all
when I
very
killed one with the bow and we doubled.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was opening day or not.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It was hunted all day.
It's Easter weekend, and we only have a babysitter today until 4 because my parents are going to church tonight instead of tomorrow morning, and then Easter is tomorrow. So I'm not sure when I will be able to come back, but got a couple more hours, so hopefully maybe we hear something or something comes out and we have one more chance, but we'll see.
May your tag of a lifetime finally come through. May the snow pile up and the elk come down. May your socks always stay dry. May the herd bull finally break from the herd, and may your aim always stay true. Welcome to the next level. Welcome to the Vortex.
Well, you know, it was a tough morning. We had birds right off the bat, fog, everything, and the birds just did not act like they wanted to fight the decoys or even showed any interest. They were skirting us. I really wish I would have had one of my best calls, the whack job, with me. I did not. I found one call. I forgot my calls. And when I found that call, it was stuck. The reeds were stuck. When I tried to unseparate the reeds, I'm horrible at this, at taking care of my mouth calls, and I ripped the mouth call. So I had this old squeaky call that I thought would work. I normally would bring a bunch of calls, but I didn't bring any calls with me. All I had was this call, and Jamie, she being the wife that she is, she trusted in me to have all that stuff. So needless to say, I let her down a little bit without having the best call to really rip on those turkeys and get them excited. I mean, they were excited, but I don't think they thought that I was a real thing. So as they went into the woods, I lost the chance to get her one, but we'll get her one this next year, I guess, because it doesn't look like she's going to get to hunt much this year. But next year, opening day, Jamie, I got you, girl. I had to take Jamie back to the house, so she went back to the house. I turned around and drove another hour and 15 minutes back out here. And something we didn't film earlier, when we pulled up, there was 2 birds, looked like gobblers, right in front of my truck. So my truck was hooked to that trailer. And right here, 10 yards in front of the truck, is gobbler tracks. I'm trying to find them. I saw them. It was kind of wet when we came out. It's already drying up. The sun warmed up now. Here's some I can show you better. Look at this thing. Right here by the truck. Let me flip this around. And so 10, 15 yards. We could have sat in the truck this morning and killed a bird. Instead, we went 2 miles back and had 2 loudmouths come out in the field, cross the field, make us look stupid. So I'm going back. I'm gonna learn these birds. I'll take my time. Don't pressure them. I'm not gonna really let them know I'm hunting them. Do a little calling. If they seem excited, I'm gonna call them in. If they don't, I'm gonna pay attention to what they're doing. This is how I kill birds every year. And once I figure that out, it's over. I'm gonna be there waiting on you. Hey guys, I wanted to tell you that there's been a gun that I take almost always with me, and I call it the old trusty rusty. I kind of redid it. Got to put another clear coat on it, but I don't know how well you can see that, but I painted some turkeys on there, and clear coat's a little bubbled up, but I painted some turkeys on it, and it's pretty cool. I've killed probably, I don't know, 50 plus birds with this thing, but there's been, what's even cooler than that is that, I don't know, there's probably 10, maybe 15, I wish I'd have kept up with it, but 10 or 15 people got their first bird with this gun, and my wife included. So, you know, it's a special gun. There's no way I would sell it, get rid of it or anything, and I did spruce it up and paint it and did a little funky paint job on it this year to try to save it for another year. Believe it or not, one of the arms is broke. The metal arm is broke, but she's still pumping, so we'll see. All I need is one shot, but if I have to shoot 2 times, hopefully the arm won't be broke. So I drove over it with a truck. I've done everything. This Remington 870, not a sponsor, just a favorite gun. The old school Remington 870. Well, just as I feared, it's prime time and sprayer's just now getting to me. It's probably gonna mess the roost up and everything, so going back in here, back in the swamp, see if I can't get one to gobble. Here he comes, spraying right behind me, spraying the field. Just one of the few times that we mess each other up, but most of the time, and it may not mess anything up, still it's about 5:30, and usually they're in the field about 5:30, so we'll see how that works. We go in here and get out of this guy's way. I don't want to get sprayed. Well, as you can hear, he's still spraying the field. It is 5:34, and almost 8 out of 10 days the birds are in the field about this time. So with him spraying, I came back in here next to the river. If he comes through here, it's gonna be a challenge, but I left most of my camera gear and the decoys and all that stuff where I was set up. We'll call sporadically and see if I can get one to come in, and if they do, we'll try to pull it off with the camera and shoot one. It's just been a rough opening day, but it happens. 5 minutes into the next day, you'll probably get one, so I'm gonna stay at it. You know, a lot of times farmers and hunters don't really work together, and luckily on this one farm I have some awesome farmers. They try to help us do anything and it just happened to be the weather and everything pushed them to spray on opening day, and they even apologized to me for having to spray. They don't really pay that much attention to farm equipment, and as you can see, they still want it in that field, and if they want in somewhere, they're going to go. It's just really cool to have farmers that want to work with hunters, and I think that can work together. You know, I hear so much negativity towards the farmer, and they shoot all the deer, they get permits to shoot deer, and they shoot anything, and they hate the deer. And then you got farmers that actually will work with you and let you lay out areas to do food plots or leave crops standing so that the wildlife will come out. So I mean, I think there is a partnership there, and I think that it's something important that all people should try to work with their farmers and do things that can help them. You know, if there's overpopulation, take out some deer. If there's not, you know, just enjoy hunting and enjoy working together. And I'm very blessed that this farmer here is one of my best farmers I've ever worked with, and he always tries to help us out. Well, there wasn't a bunch of time left, but there was plenty of time for the birds to hit this field and go to roost. So I pack up my stuff, head back to the field, and believe it or not, I get caught. I get caught looking at my phone, updating social media. I look up, there's all 3 longbeards that just walked by me at 20 yards. They're 40 yards and leaving. I reach for my gun and decide, no, I'm gonna film them. Walk all the way across this field and head to the roost trees. As soon as these birds cross the field, I pack my stuff as fast as I can. I take off over to this other roost and I just sit. I'm thinking, okay, if they come to this roost, I'm gonna get them. If they go to the other, I'm just gonna let them fly up and I'll get on them in the morning. It'll be an awesome show. 3 longbeards, no hens. I mean, that's what you look for. But I look around, I don't have my phone. I threw it down when I got caught. So I said, well, time to pull out to Buffalo Valley, get to calling and see if I can force them over to mine. And if they come on over, I'm gonna have to take one of them out. I hadn't seen them, so I guess we're gonna go. We'll try them tomorrow. Oh my God. They're coming to this corner. Dude, I almost got busted. They're coming. Right here. I just called a little bit. Here comes all 3 of them. They come to this corner. It's right here in roost. Man, I don't want to shoot all. I think I'm gonna shoot one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you saw it. It just happened. I just pulled off an awesome self-film hunt right in the woods. I mean, right beside a swamp. I didn't think it would happen. I put the camera up. I set it on the spot. The birds walk through. The back bird comes in. He sees me grab my gun and whip it up. and I know I've got 1 second to pull this shot off, and I do, and the celebration begins. I am so stoked. I just got the first bird down on day 1 of Tennessee season. Well, dude, it just happened. I had to run this bird down. It's the first time. Okay. Oh yeah, open day, baby. I don't want to be too loud. Those other two just flew across the swamp. No telling where they're gonna roost though. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm not gonna be stressing to go to hunt them in the morning. We'll let it go. We'll go to Easter. Man, this has been a rough day. Yeah, it's been a rough day. This bird, I smoked him. I don't know if this is on film good. I got him cutting through the woods a bunch. And then this dude was the back bird. And probably the smallest one, but I got him cutting through this one spot, and I set the camera up and let go of it, got the gun. And man, I just tried to make it happen. I had no time left. And I was kind of scared that they were gonna roost across this little slough, and because they were walking the ridge out. So if they roost across that slough, it'd be hard to hunt them in the morning. So I went ahead and got one. I hope it's on film. We'll have to go back and look. I had the GoPro running. Of course, they would be little dots to that thing, but you could probably see me run. I started to just walk over there. I saw his fan up. And then I looked and his head was getting back together, and I was like, uh-oh. When I ran over there, I went to grab him. I saw sharp spurs. I went to grab him, and that rascal flopped and jumped in the slough and started swimming. I mean, fast as his wings could push his body, he was swimming. I am soaked. I literally just dove off in the swamp. Both my boots are full of water. All I got is cowboy boots on. And pants are soaked. I would have swam after it. I didn't care. Mosquitoes. Anyway, God is good. And opening day, Tennessee, bird down. I gotta get some pictures. Let me show you this thing. It's a good bird. I hadn't even hardly looked at him. All right, let's see how good you can do this. I'm doing this by myself here. Ooh. Sorry, buddy, I tackled you. Those are some sharp spurs. Let me get you focused in here. Let me zoom you in on that spur, boy. Yeah. That's some good sharp spurs, boy. I saw them sharp dudes. I didn't want to grab that thing. And especially with him coming together. Pretty good little beard. See if I get you all zoom back a little. It's all wet because he tried to swim on me. Only one beard, it looks like. Man, God is awesome. Pull this baby out of the package today. That right there, Buffalo Valley. And me and him kind of worked together on this baby right here. This is the whack job. The whack job gets another bird down in Tennessee opening day. Whew. I'm so stoked. I wish I had my Sony. I've had a crazy day. We went from my wife not getting to really hunt too much, and we had 2 big birds right here, same spot these 3 went to. These are different birds, and needless to say, they didn't come into the decoys. They went through this side over here and were gone. He stayed in this bottom gobbling forever. We tried to make a move and it didn't work out. And then I drove her an hour and 15 minutes back to the house because she wanted to spend time with the kiddos today, and Easter's here, so the kids were just talking Easter, wanting to get ready. So they played in the yard and did some stuff, and I just couldn't help it. I had to come back and try to get one put to bed or something and figure these birds out so that maybe I could get her on another bird or whatever. I got some clients coming in, so it's been awesome. God's good. Another bird down in Tennessee. This bird's been strutting a lot. It's got tips all busted off. So most likely it's one of the ones I got on trail camera. And everything I got's muddy and wet, so I'll try to get some pictures and see you guys later. God's good. Don't forget, I keep saying it, but don't forget, God is awesome. He does some awesome stuff. If you live with him, just invite him into your life. He'll take care of you. Ask my boy Zach. He knows. My man's newly saved, and I'm so proud of Zach. And just get a little God in your life, and you'll see what I'm talking about, man. It's such a blessing to have things come together. Even when things aren't perfect, you can still see the light. God bless. You know, I'm out here checking for birds on a new farm. It's something that I love to do. I love to take and go out on these farms and help people get on birds, help people develop their properties to get on birds and deer. And this farm, as the helicopter flies by, this farm is really cool layout. I got one guy, I got 3 little farms that we built for him, and I'm out here trying to check to see if there's any birds on it, and just kind of slipping around with my calls. I got some camo with me just in case I need to get dressed up, but using the Buffalo Valley calls, and it works every once in a while. We've had all this rain and it finally stopped, and I think it should get one fired up this afternoon. The sun's starting to pop, and it's been dreary bad weather. I saw about 5 birds in a field on the way here, so just something to put in your back pocket. When you have a bunch of rain, birds don't really get to gobble and do their thing that much, and when the first time that sun hits them, they get excited. They get out of these dripping woods and they get out on these fields. And I've seen a couple hens, and that's it, but hopefully right before dark I'll get one fired up, I'll put him to bed, and tomorrow we'll be on him. So think about that. Hope you guys love this show this week. Please say something in the comments below. Say something about what you liked about this show, what you didn't like. I'll take it all. This is our first year doing web-based, so I know this show was extra long, and it's just because there was a lot of things going on, and I wanted to share it with you all. I could cut it up real short and make it a quick banged up hunt, but I like to share everything. Now if you get tired of seeing everything, let me know. Say it below. If you love seeing it all, tell me below. Hit that like button below if you liked what you saw, and God bless. Hope to see you on next week's show.